Good afternoon, good morning, good night to all of those. My name is Jamie Googan. I'm the co-founder of Stuttering Awareness Mental Wellbeing Ireland, alongside Michael O'Shea, Michael Ryan, and Con Hurley. Those Stuttering Awareness Mental Wellbeing Ireland is the first for the stuttering community, in that we deal with both stuttering and the mental well-being of the individual. We have a grown organization without any assistance from any government organization. We estimate that there is currently 53,000 individuals in Ireland who stutter and are in need of support. We estimate that 800 children will be born this year who will go on to develop a stutter in Ireland. So what are the main objectives of Stuttering Awareness Mental Wellbeing Ireland? And that is to provide platforms via social media, through Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and to connect people together. The development of support groups. Every Wednesday night, we host a evening with. And to date, there has been 1,248 individuals that have come through our support groups or evening withs since its very inception. We're one of the only organizations in the world where we have a Just for Women's support group that is led by 3 outstanding individuals: Hilary O'Callaghan, Mary Moorhead, and Martina Ross. We also want to bring together the self-help groups and the people who stutter and the professionals to provide a more comprehensive support package for people who stutter. We offer advice and support through Con Hurley to our teacher education programs. This year, we were lucky enough to attend the Irish Learning Support Association's National Conference, Educating the Educators, to advocate politically and socially for the people of Ireland who stutter through our International Stuttering Awareness Day initiatives. And then it is to support government departments as we advocate for greater funding to be provided for early intervention in speech language therapy or pathology. Starting off this organization, we knew that we had to build a network of influence. And that network of influence came from Munster Technological University, Cork City and Cork County Council, Radio Television Éireann, RTE, which is our national broadcaster alongside Virgin Media Ireland, various government departments, An Garda Síochána, which is our national police force, the support of the European Union as an entire, University College Cork, and members of the Oireachtas. Members of the Oireachtas is our national Irish Parliament. October 22nd, 2022. Our Prime Minister at that time, Micheál Martin, became the first Prime Minister in the world to launch International Stuttering Awareness Day, providing an excellent 5-minute video that will live on forever with the stuttering community, being the first time it has ever been done by any organization in the world. Irish USA partnerships and building bonds between our 2 great nations. Last October, we invited some of the world's leading researchers, doctors, and professors to Ireland to join us in advocating for greater awareness for stuttering and speech and language pathology, greater funding to be provided, and to work on the very close bonds that our 2 countries already have. Pictured here is outside Oris Anutron, which is the home of the Irish president, Michael D. Higgins. During their time in Ireland, they were lucky enough to go to Munster Technological University, Cork, where I went to university and meet with many of my mentors and also the president of the university, Professor Maggie Cusack, whose organization has supported us from its very inception. Pictured here with the team outside Dáil Éireann, the Irish Parliament, where we did 2 presentations on that day and met with various members of the Parliament and also with government ministers. Wicklow County Council, pictured here with the Lord Mayor of Wicklow, who provided all of the team with signed Bray Emirates jerseys with their own names on the back, which is a history going back to 1888. The Guinness Storehouse, the world's number one tourist attraction for 2023. Everyone knows that when you're coming from the USA on long distance travels, you have to stay hydrated. March 2024, we were lucky to accompany the then Prime Minister of Ireland, Leo Varadkar, to Washington, D.C., pictured here at the home of the Irish ambassador for the celebration of the St. Patrick's Day festivities. Throughout our work, we always connect with the Irish diaspora abroad to support our organization and people of influence. Pictured here with Congressman Richard Neal, who traces his ancestors back to County Kerry, and pictured here at Capitol Hill, presenting him with the famous Kerry jersey. Michael Kidd Gilchrist, who is the founder of an organization in the United States called Impact and Change, who are one of the only organizations in the USA to advocate for stuttering to be covered under medical insurances. Michael is also a professional NBA star, currently holding the NBA record for the most distance traveled in a single game, which is absolutely incredible, and only one of 400 people in the USA and across the world that are actually playing the NBA on a professional level. The United States Special Envoy to Northern Ireland, Joseph Kennedy III, the grandchild of General Robert Kennedy of the Kennedy family. Joseph traces his ancestors back to Cork, and we were delighted to connect with him and share information about our own organization, and also present him with a signed jersey from the land of his ancestors. Last year, we published our first publication called Stutter Stories. And in this publication, people who stutter, speech and language therapists or speech and language pathologists, educators from all levels, and world-class public speakers, with the force of the publication being provided by the United States, by the Irish ambassador to the USA, the Irish ambassador to the United Nations, and also my own mentor, Dr. Cian O'Neill. Pictured here with Dr. Cian O'Neill at the launch of the publication at Munster Technological University. Cian is the head of the Department of Sport, Leisure and Childhood Studies at the university, and a mentor of mine for over 10 years. Meeting new friends. So we were delighted to
Yeah.
spend time with Yoshi in Abu
Yes.
Dhabi, and it was a absolute honor, and we're delighted to be very much close friends, and it is an honor to know you.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Uh, Throughout our work, we have combined major organizations in Ireland to send an invitation to the President of the United States, President Joe Biden. This invitation has been signed by the members of the Oireachtas, the Lord Mayors of both the city and counties, on Garda Síochána, which is our police force, all of the fantastic team at Stuttering Resumen will be Ireland, and both of the presidents of the universities. Last March, we were invited to the White House to meet with the USA President Joe Biden, and we were delighted to discuss our own challenges with the stuttering, and also reciting the famous poem of Seamus Heaney, The Cure of a Troy, together, which is a emotional experience for me, given that that poem means a lot to both of us. During our time in Philadelphia in the USA, we spoke at the Irish Diaspora Center, and it is an incredible organization that supports so many people who are across the Philadelphia area, that is mentored by a very good friend of ours in the USA, Dr. Joseph Donaher, who during his visit to Ireland became the first person after USA President Joe Biden to ring Ireland's peace bell. Now, this organization could not be a success without our educator, with Con Hurley, our online supporter, Emily Magner Hurley, who builds our websites and sings the Irish national anthem at various events, Norman Coleman, who does all of our design work, our fantastic team at the Women's Support Group, Hillary, Martina, and Mary, Michael Ryan, who is a fantastic lead supporting people over the last 40 years, and Michael O'Shea, the individual that absolutely changed my life. And there's a very famous Irish story that I want to share about Michael O'Shea. So there is a Irishman that falls into a very dark hole, and he is 10 foot deep, and he can't get out, and he is stuck there in this dark hole. So he sees a doctor walk past, and he says, "Doctor, I'm stuck in this dark hole and I can't get out." So the doctor writes him a actual prescription for medicine, and he throws it down into the dark hole. So he sees a priest walk past, and he says, "Father, Father, I'm stuck in a hole and I can't get out." So the priest says a few of the prayers, and he then walks off, but he's still stuck inside a hole. Then he sees Michael O'Shea, and he says, "Michael, I am stuck in this dark hole and I can't get out." So Michael O'Shea hops down into the hole with him, and he says, "Michael, what are you doing now? Now there is two of us here inside this dark hole." And Michael says, "Yes, but I've been here before, and I know how to get out." And Michael has been that rock for thousands of people across the world. And thank you, Michael, for not only helping me, so many other people across the way. And if anybody wants to follow us, we have our own social media. We have our own website. Everything is under Stuttering Awareness Mental Wellbeing Ireland, and we'll be delighted to work with you. We'll be delighted to engage with you and seeing what we can do together in the future, moving forward. So we'll be delighted to hear from you all if anyone wants to connect. And thank you for your time. And I do appreciate that it is almost midnight too. So thank you all for your time.
Thank you so much, Jamie. You've had a remarkable year, a remarkable couple years. You know, and it was our pleasure to spend time with you in both Ireland and Abu Dhabi. Getting to know you was just a delight. Lisa and I both felt that way, and it was certainly the trip of a lifetime that you arranged for us. So thank you once again.
Thank you, Tom. It takes a fantastic team to build a mountain.
It does. You certainly have the right team. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Do we have any further?
Okay. Jamie, you are amazing.
Oh.
I have a question. What impact did your meeting with President Biden at White House have on people of Ireland?
So the first thing is it kind of shows that you should always follow your own goals and your own dreams, and that they can be achieved. The second thing is that President Biden is the most powerful man in the world who has a stutter, but he's also a very proud Irish man. His ancestors were born here in Ireland, and we want to welcome him home. And for President Biden to speak in Ireland during his visit as the USA president and speak on the issues of stuttering would send a powerful impact throughout 53,000 people who stutter. And you want to create an impact on a global scale. And he's the only one in the world that can do that. His position and his media attention allows him to do that. But we both share a deep love for the poet Seamus Heaney. I will send you over the poem, and to recite it together. It was something very emotional, and that poem, whenever he does his own talks, he will take parts of that poem and he will use this for his speech. So I will send you over the poem and show you over some of the videos of him saying it during his speech. So he has a very great connection to Ireland, as well as his impact. 150,000 Irish people that are employed by United States companies in Ireland. And this year is super important because Ireland and the USA celebrate 100 years of diplomatic relations. So to meet them on the year of the 100th, it is a massive achievement.
Thank you. I have one question.
Okay.
So, how are you a feature?
Yeah. So
Hmm.
I think we have two of them at the moment. So one of them is to get Stuttering Awareness Mental Wellbeing registered as a charity organization where we can receive government funding and operate on a much more national scale. That is right now our number one goal. That is our Parliament for a European level cooperation or a partnership.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Michael, would you like to add to that?
Yeah, just to add a few words about yourself. I mean, to say the first time I met you was 2012, and the transformation in yourself, not only as a verbal communicator, but as a human being, has been absolutely just astounding. And when you came to me 4 years ago with this, what was a seed for a plan, and whereas has transpired to now has been absolutely phenomenal. And having you there as the front man and the leader of the group has been absolutely astounding, and you should be very, very proud of yourself. But what we have achieved in 3.5 years has been marvelous for a lot of people all over the world. We have organizations who are contacting us now who want to know what we've done to make the progress in the past 3.5 years. And basically we've done stuff that other people haven't used the approach that we have, and it has worked, and they're starting to copy it. So the more people you meet, the more influencers you know, the more influencers they know, and the more it's in the positive state for the rest of the stuttering community. And we're really proud of that. We're proud of Jamie always. And as I said many times, he leads from the front, and that's the way it is, and that's the way it's going to be for as long as we can keep it all going. And what Jamie said, we hope to get status as a charitable organization. We can build from there and then bring it to the European Union, bring it to the European community, and we can bring it to a much higher level there as well. And we intend to keep going. There's no obstacles are going to be in our way. We won't come up against a wall. We'll go around it or we'll get over it. And that's the way it has been, and that's the way it will continue. So well done, Jamie, and well done to everybody involved. And we have great people there behind us. So yeah, it's upwards and onwards the whole time.
Yeah. And we must get Yoshi to organize an event in Japan so we can go on a tour of Japan.
Yes.
Michael, Yoshi is a medical doctor from Japan who has stutters. It's an incredible achievement.
I looked up for Yoshi, and congratulations.
Yes.
And it's great to see people who transform themselves, and that's where you've got. I mean, you've transformed yourself. You've done the heavy lifting. You've got to where you've studied. You've done that heavy work, and now you're getting the rewards. Well done. Well done.
Yeah.